the team in reviewing the Orumba North results. So I'm sure they have concluded their job and we are back here. So please permit me to call on Dr. John Edon to present the results as reviewed. Thank you. Just to let you know and remind you that this is the result where we had the collation officer reporting threat to life and rejecting or saying the results were signed in under duress. But then we had the Form EC-8A and EC-8B, which we have given to them, and they have looked at the results collated by the PUs, in the PUs and in the RAs. And that's what we are taking now. Dr. Edo, please, can you present the result as reviewed?
Thank you, Madam Vice Chancellor. Unical and Collation Officer, Returning Officer for the Anambra Governorship Election 2021. We thank you and your team for reposing confidence in us to do the review of the allegations raised in the report by the RA Collation Officer of Orumba North Local Government Area. The committee composed of the returning officers, local government returning officers who worked in this election, and the party agents of the various political parties that stood the election. We also sought assistance, technical assistance from staff of the commission where it was necessary. The mandate of the committee was to determine the veracity or otherwise of the allegations contained in the petition of the Irregulation Officer of Orumba North Local Government Area. One of it was that there was no evidence of use of the beavers in the elections. The other was that there was a police crisis at the local government collation center, which resulted in rowdiness and threat to the life of the EO himself and a couple of other persons. And the third was that there was heavy mutilation of result sheets. All of this amounted to him executing the result sheet under duress. The committee resolved, as part of its modus operandi, to call for the beavers that were used at the elections. That was not achievable as the high authorities of the commission at the state level made it known to us that the beavers were not readily available. And if we were to wait for the beavers to be readily available, we would not conclude this assignment today. So we struck a middle point, which was to consider on the face of the documents that were presented before us what we can sift to be irregular and what we could say was regular. The result of that now became that Ufuma won.
Can we have the registered voters first? Total registered voters, total number of accredited voters?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please, just present the result.
The total number of registered voters in Orumba North local government area as contained in this result sheet is 93608. 93608. The total number of accredited voters, again as contained in this result sheet, is 12062. 12062. Now, we discovered irregularities in polling unit 027 in registration area Ufuma 1. The nature of the irregularities is the non-use of beavers in that polling unit for accreditation. The non-use of beavers. How did we get this since we didn't have the beavers with us? The polling unit official himself or herself was the one that made the report and attached to the documents that we saw. And that polling unit has 301 registered voters. 301 registered voters. In Oko 2, we also discovered irregularities because the methodology we now adopted was to check out for areas of conflict or discrepancies in the EC8 series form. From EC8A to EC8B to EC8C. We discovered in Oko 2 that there was conflict in the number of accredited voters as collated on from EC8B and from EC8C. The figure that the RA Collation officer has as number of accredited voters is at variance with the figure that the local government area collation officer has. We consider that a grave and significant irregularity, and we set that one aside. The number of registered voters in that RA is 12962. The third one is, I think I was taught how to pronounce this inside the Obu, not Abu. Okay, Obu 1. That one is just a polling unit that we found to be irregular, and it has to do with wrong computation. Wrong computation. And the number of registered voters therein is 321. 321. Those were the only areas of irregularity that we could establish from the documents that were presented before us. The local government has 18 registration areas. So we found irregularity in 3. The total number of registered voters when cumulated from these areas that we have identified amounts to 13,584. 13584. Once again, on behalf of the members of our committee, we thank you, and we thank the gentlemen on this side and gentlemen of the press for your patience and the opportunity given to us. Thank you, ma'am.
No, we need to have the spread of the result by parties of what is remaining for each of the RAs.
Yes,
because we didn't get the results earlier.
Okay, we have it here.
You have 18 RAs, 3 have issues, 15, we need results from the other 15.
Yes, and let it be known that I am not the RA Collation officer for this local government, so I'm not taking responsibility for whatever I'm going to read. I'm just going to read what I find here. Thank you. All right, Madam Vice Chancellor, in Aja Obinikpa.
Do we have the total, just the total vote?
For the political parties.
For the parties, yes.
Without eliminating the ones we found irregular?
You can eliminate it.
After eliminating the ones we found irregular? No, it was not part of our terms of reference. We were not asked to recollect. We were asked to review and find out if there was merit in the report that was made by the collation officer. We were not asked to recollect. Yes. From the computation that has just been concluded now, the total number of registered voters is 93608. 93608. The total number of accredited voters is 11977. Then the scores pulled by political parties. Party A 97, AA 2, AAC.
Announce it twice.
AA 2.
Yes, AA 2.
Repeat it, yes.
AAC 114. AAC 114. ABC 24. ABC 24. ADP 40. ADP 40. APC 2672. APC 2672. APGA 4787. APGA 4787. APM 10. APM 10. APP 03. APP 03. BP 11. BP 11. LP 160. LP 160. NNPP 07. NNPP 07. NRM 17. NRM 17. PBP 1847. PDP 1847. PRP 43. PRP 43. SDP 58. SDP 58. YPP 655. 655. ZLP 24. ZLP 24. Total valid votes cast 1071. 10571, sorry. 10571. Total valid votes cast 10571. Rejected votes 568. 568. Total votes cast 11139. 11139. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ask him to submit.
Please, let's have the result.